Here we have a bonus job, guys. The car we just did a major service to, we got to replace the engine mounts. The reason being is, you see this gap right here? Now, that gap right there is usually about 1/2 inch. Now today we're only working about a 1/4 inch right there. And you can see, move the engine pretty easily. So we're replacing this engine mount here, and we are also replacing this engine mount here. We're going to have to remove the wheels, which we already did. We're going to have to remove this wheel liner to access the bolt that goes through the motor mount. And we're also going to have to support the engine and possibly lift it up maybe 1 inch to get that mount out. Now guys, now that we already have taken it up top, let's get into the repair. So I was in process of taking the inner fender out, and I actually have some good news. I don't have to take it all out. Because you see that bolt head right there? That triple square? That's our engine mount. So all I had to do was take a 10mm nut off of right here, a push pin over here that went through this hole here, and just push it back. And there it is. Very good. So now we have access to this. We're going to lift the vehicle up and set it up and support the engine. Very good. So we had some 2 triple squares here. We had 2 triple squares here. We had a bracket right there. That's right here that held that harness into place. So we took those out, we took that out, we disconnected the engine mounts. That's disconnected. We removed the intake charge tube off the turbo. It's probably a buttload of oil in that. I'll probably pour it out in a little bit. So now we have the engine supported. So you see the gap. Let's see if we can lift it up. That's where it should have been. That's where it should be. That's where it is now. So we're going to support the engine. We'll take the weight off the mounts. We'll crack them free. And then once the bolts are free, we'll support the engine just a little bit more. Remove the bolts. And then we should be able to just lift the engine up just enough to get these engine mounts out. Very good. So now that we have the bracket that covers the engine mount out of the way, and we have the hardware all out, let's see if we get this engine mount out. Yep, there we go. There we go. Look at that. That wasn't so bad. There's that one. Let's see, is this one going to be easy too? Ooh! Ooh! Even easier! I'm doing something right today. And you know what? I think that's lunch. Here we have this engine mount installed. All the bolts are loose right now because we had to still support this engine, and we had to pry it a little bit over to get this engine mount in. The hardware is installed loosely. See? Just moving all around. So we still have to install this here cover with some hardware. And then, yeah, we'll tighten things up to spec. So far, so good. So now with the new engine mounts fully mounted and torqued down, you could see the size of that gap is so much larger now on both sides, because now we don't have played out mounts. Very good. You know what, let's see how much oil is in this intake tube. Let's see. Is it a lot? Will we get something? Oh, I guess not. I thought we would. I thought we would have because there was a little bit of oil here. All right, cool. PCV system's working good. All right, let's button this guy up.